As of March 29th, SEPTA has reported that its transit ridership is down at least 64%, and its regional rail ridership is down 94% due to COVID-19.
The safety and well-being of every employee and customer who maintains and uses SEPTA services, as always, is our top priority.
Before the pandemic, the advocacy group Transit Forward launched to amplify the voices of those dependent on public transportation. Transit Forward Philadelphia's coalition launch took place on March 5th to a packed room of citizens that are passionate about our city's public transit system. The topics that seemed to be on the forefront of the panel's agenda was the matter of equity for all citizens.
You create an excellent system by making it equitable to the people who need it the most and who rely on it. That question is going to be a question that relies largely on the public rather than on folks with official titles, because you're going to be the ones to help us figure that out.
Leslie Richards, SEPTA's newly appointed GM, stated while they are eager to make the necessary improvements to our public transportation system, it's important to realize that these matters will require patience and proper prioritization.
We are in a legacy system. A lot of our legacy system, just to remind people, some of it was designed, right, prior to SEPTA, right? SEPTA was formed because there were other railroads that had developed before the automobile was invented. I just want to remind everybody, right? There are pictures of locomotives on tracks that we are using now being pulled by horses. Now, I'm not saying our whole system's like that, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of some of the challenges that we have.
Another main topic was gaining insight from more Philadelphians from all walks of life. This includes more public forums and outreach.
We go out and listen, and I think you've got to go out and listen. I think you can't just say, this is going here because it's the right thing to do, because that's not the way to include and build a coalition of people that are going to support transit. That turns people off. So, I think we've got to go and have those conversations.
Following the meeting, we spoke with a few attendees to get their thoughts about it.
I found it very hopeful to hear the new leadership that's come to the city to take over SEPTA and this sense of working together to address these difficult challenges. There's no easy solution. We heard about the difficulty with the finances, but this positive spirit, I've been seeing that more and more in the city in a variety of different settings, and it gives me a lot of excitement and hope for our future together.
That's good. Do you feel like maybe do you have any questions that you feel were answered tonight?
Well, there were some details that I didn't think they got into. The one pass, how is that going? We live out in the suburbs. We can't use the one pass yet to go on SEPTA. When's that going to come around? We had heard the difficulty that low-income people have around getting the one pass. It's not so accessible, so I would have been interested in hearing more about those nitty-gritty details.
What were your issues coming into the meeting today?
Most definitely. I think it's designing a system that is based on transfers rather than one-seat rides, and I'm particularly interested in the issues of fares and equity and access in relation to those.
Do you feel like moving forward you'll be a part of any of the public hearings or anything that's going on?
Absolutely. I'll be at all of them.
What are you looking forward to after this?
I look forward to continuing conversation and having more multi-generational component in transportation, to have the older population front and center, not only the younger population, but it's more multi-generational, as you see here today.
SEPTA continues to move towards progress in wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Most recently, SEPTA GM Leslie Richards addressed the ongoing need for ridership input during this time.
The overlying goal for everybody is to stay communicative and collaborative in reducing the spread of this virus. I want to publicly commend SEPTA's workforce in making sure that we are diligent in disinfecting, sanitizing, and cleaning our stations and vehicles around the clock, and amplifying appropriate announcements throughout our system to remind our customers to follow good hygiene practices, such as washing your hands before and after your trip, as well as covering coughs and sneezes. I want you to personally know that we are listening to you, our customers, who have suggestions and even feedback as to what we are doing right and what we can improve on.
To find out more, visit transitforwardphilly.org. I'm Toya Haynes for PhillyCAM Voices.